Hello po guys. They're here. Maglalaro po sa atin ngayon. LVE Synergy versus Dark Synergy po yung maglalaro ngayon. Watch party lang natin guys. Pamisik muna tayo guys. Parang na-overdo eh. Wait lang guys kasi hindi pa sila ready eh. Na currently may ginagawa pa daw sila. So wait lang po tayo guys ha. Thank you for your patience. Ito na tayo guys.
Okay, we are now waiting. Ano kaya ang magiging match up ng mga pick nitong mga players natin today? Since LVE Synergy has 188 points, tapos ang Dark Synergy natin ay meron 225 points. So, we are really watching the top two teams na magko-compete ngayon. So, this is a e-camp only na top two teams, hindi siya tournament or something na
Right now they
may
haven't
prizes.
changed it.
So, makikita lang natin yung skills nila and knowledge nila within the game.
No,
Shout
no,
out
no,
lang
Joaquin.
kay
I'm not
Vice
playing.
Logo.
I'm just doing a watch
Shout
party
out
for
muna
them.
tayo dito.
So yeah, good luck to
Ah,
Synergy and Dark
sino to?
Synergy. So good
Mark
luck. May
Ronald
the best team
Sagana,
wins.
Shane Mau Tamayo. Kung sino man kayo, shout out sa inyo. Oh my god.
Choose your agent.
Now we're starting. Kinakabahan ako. Feeling ko magandang match up to today. Kasi, balita ko dun sa e-camp, sobrang galing ng Dark Synergy. And sobrang maganda yung mga chemistry nila. And also the LVE Synergy.
Don't
Nakalaban
forget
ng
to leave a like
Petals
and
yung
share the stream,
LVE
guys.
Synergy. Binugbog nila kami.
Sorry po, mama. Papagalit ka sa amin, ma'am.
Bakit nadamay si Renny J? Sino si Renny J?
May the best win teams. May the best team wins, guys.
That's a good
So,
spot.
makita natin ngayon yung agent lineup nila ngayon.
All set up.
Well, sa LVE Synergy,
Teleport's ready.
it's Fade. Initiator nila si Fade, hindi si Sova. But dito sa Dark Synergy, makikita natin si Sova, nandito pa rin siya. And also the Sentinel is Sage. So parang ang Sentinel naman nakabila si Chamber. So parang lamang ata yung LVE Synergy dito when it comes to Sentinels and Initiator. Pero let's see. At ngayon, nakaka-enter na agad ngayon.
One down.
First kill for Jessie. Ngayon, nakikita natin na low si Ebads, ang jet ng LVE
Spike
Synergy.
planted.
Ang ganda ng angle ng LVE. Oh, na-pick off ni
Last player
Synergy
standing.
Mock FPS. Well, what a round for LVE.
Don't forget to leave a like and share this stream, guys. Thank you very much, guys.
Hindi ko ma-post.
Weapon here.
Currently, they have things yet to be right back. Wait lang muna tayo, guys, sa kanila. Since I cannot manage nito. Talaga, guys. So, like, yeah.
So everyone, makikita natin
One
hindi
enemy
nakikita yung
remaining.
scores ng kalaban and the agent lineups. I'm so sorry for that. And ang ating streamer ngayon is
No
na-on
charges.
ko yung
Where are
kanyang
you?
what do you call this? Yung sa settings niya. Na-on ko siya. Yeah, chinek ko yung kanya. So we're gonna rely on everything right now. And 1-1 ang score natin ngayon since nanalo kanina ang LVE Synergy.
Toxins going up. Bring them down.
Oh, nice kill by DDP Dre. Nice shot.
Out of charges.
Sayang yung gapang ni Synergy IC doon.
Teleport's ready.
Last player standing.
Pero ngayon, 1v2 situation, makakatch kaya, oh my, sayang. Well, lamang ang Vandal si Spectre, so wala tayong magagawa doon.
Shock dart.
Will na spike down. So, this is a... Oh, nice shot by Jessie.
One enemy remaining.
3v1 situation. Kaya-kaya na Evans to. 1 down for Evans. 4 HP clutch. Now Evans is planting. Planting for City. Yeah, Stanley, scoring. I know nawala yung scoring kasi na-on ko yung na-disable ko yung
Thrifty.
pinaka ano na
Take their guns.
server.
Vite.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for it. Pero wait.
That works.
I will fix it on second game. I'll update you on scores later after this game. Pag natapos na nila to.
They are so dead.
So yun guys, umiinit pa din yung LVE Synergy guys. Sana ano sila guys. Good
There.
luck to them.
Get out of my way. Bring them down.
Take hold. Nice shot by Synergy, I see.
Missed me.
Sayang ang ulti. Ni Mock the Fierce.
Spike planted.
Now it's a 4v3 situation. Nag-ulti ang Viper.
Face your fear. One enemy remaining.
Ganda ng pickings nila. Sabay-sabay sila actually. Which is really a good thing for a team.
Blasphemous.
Hello tayo sa 18 viewers ng Fyllontal. Kamusta naman kayo dyan, guys? Stanley, yung
You want to play?
settings
Let's
kasi
play.
Yun, sa lobby yun, sa lobby. So, na-check ko kasi yung sa streamer natin na maging observer lang talaga totally. And that's my fault, guys. So, after this game, pa natin maayos yun kasi nasa lobby yung check.
30 seconds left.
Right now, the score is 3-2. Lamang ang LVE Synergy. Since they're really good at defending the side, so nakakapag-plant ng maayos ang
10 seconds left.
Synergy natin.
Last player standing.
Ang score natin ngayon.
Do you have any questions, guys? Just feel free to ask me, guys. Good with any questions, guys.
Off your feet!
Nice entry by Evans. Ngayon, nag-goal din naman ang Synergy ngayon. Dark Synergy. Parehas silang Synergy kasi. LVE yung isa, dun yung isa Dark Synergy. Now, Synergy Sendo on Dark Synergy on top. 58 HP.
Spike
Nice.
down A.
Through the smoke by Dre.
Last player standing.
Ayun na at nahanap niya. Nice 3 kills for the DP Dre. Hello tayo sa 21 viewers.
A gift.
Kumusta naman kayo dyan, guys? Oh,
Spike down mid.
they have 2 ops now. The Reaper and the Jet. Pero nice pick.
They found my friend.
Oh my god, Jesse, what a shot.
We should do it.
Last player standing.
2v1 situation with that 2 off. Nagagawin na yun ng fate.
One enemy remaining.
Nice kill. Another one. Is he gonna clutch this? Oh my god! What a grip!
Did they really think they could scare me?
It's 4-4 right now. And nice clutch by Fade. LVE Psycho. They really needed that round. Synergy Sendo, naka-off pa rin. In-off na niya ngayon si Psycho. Sabi niya siguro, hindi mo na ulit maka-clutch to.
Deploying drone.
Nice kill by Dre. By Shock Dart though. Wait lang guys. Be right back. Wait lang.
So, guys, yung problem ngayon ng Synergy, LVE Synergy now is magpapapitas sila ng isa't isa sa kalaban. Not sure if they can like accommodate them by themselves or baka magpapa-timeout sila. Ba't walang sounds? No, par na-off yung sounds ni madam. Very sorry guys, pero it looks like na off ata yung sounds ni ma'am ah. Looks like talaga guys na walang music yung live stream or na-watch party natin ni ma'am. I'm not sure what happened but may nangyari. May nangyari sa side nila guys. Yun,
So,
bumalik
hello
na.
guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry. May inayos lang ako sandali. So, LVE Psycho.
Last player standing.
Clutch na naman ba to? LVE Psycho?
That makes 3.
I
Oh my
think.
gosh, go
One
Psycho.
enemy
Oh
remaining.
my gosh,
I think
go
it's gonna
Psycho,
be
you're
this one.
popping off.
Alam
Kaya
niya
nyo to guys,
naka-off
kaya
yung
nyo
isa.
to guys.
Alam na niya naka-off yung isa. Ano kayang gagawin niya?
No! Sayang,
Wala
na-ultian
na tayong
tayo ko
magagawa
dun.
sa knives ni Jet.
Na right click talaga.
Well,
Sayang,
well
sayang.
played though. Sabi siguro ni Sendo, no, 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 not again, not again. So, ang score natin ngayon is 6-4, labang ang Dark Synergy. Ang galing naman kasi ni, ang galing naman kasi ni Sendo.
Where are you?
One dead for mock FPS on Dark Synergy.
Take flight.
Papasokin pa rin kaya to ng LVE right now.
Poison's off.
Well, Sendo still has the off though.
Poison orb emitting.
Kahit saan sila mag-entry ngayon, parehas naka-off. Pero hindi nila alam, may nakakapasok na dito sa tube. May trap naman si Chamber doon, pero let's see. Well, he destroyed
Teleport's
it.
ready.
Thirty seconds left.
Wala guys, natawa lang ako. May narinig kasi ako guys from
All set up.
sa likod ng ating team.
Goodbye.
LVE Psycho. One down for LVE. 12 seconds remaining.
One enemy remaining.
Maka-clutch kaya ito ni Sendo right now. He has the off. Jesse has the aim.
Last round before the switch.
The score right now is 6-5. Lamang pa rin ang Dark Synergy. Well, may introduce ako sa inyo later.
I want to see you crawl.
You want to play? Let's play.
Poison orb emitting.
I cannot say his name right now because it's a pretty, not really inappropriate, but in Filipino language is still inappropriate. Well, let's see later. I'm gonna ask him.
Enemy down.
Nice trade, my Psycho.
Spike down B.
Why? Sayang natamaan yung dalawa instead of isa lang. Sayang, sayang. Pero, I know they can still clutch it. Even though it's a 2v3, I think.
Teleport's ready.
No.
Last player
Oh, no.
standing. Spike
He
down B.
may supporter si Psycho dito sa ating comment section, no? John Paul
30
Yaga,
seconds
Psycho,
left.
let's go. Well, Psycho is
Nice
clutching
try.
the rounds for them. 7-5 ang score
Switching
natin.
sides.
Switching sides na tayo. Lamang pa rin ang Dark Synergy. Tignan naman natin ngayon kung paano magde-defend ang LVE if mas magaling sila or something, if kung makakapag-plant ba ang Dark Synergy.
Here.
Ay, ay, ay. Nirarush ngayon ng Dark Synergy ang B-side. Well, rotating naman ang 2 players ng LVE Synergy right now.
Wall race. Flag planted. One enemy remaining.
Well, kakarating lang ng partner ko right now sa pagkakas.
Hello guys.
Oh my,
Nakamute ba
shoutcaster
siya?
na po tayo dito.
Nakamute siya?
Hello, hello.
Ganda nito guys.
Okay.
Clear ba?
Maganda
Oh, clear ba?
ating mga viewers, partner.
Eh, shoutout sa ano natin sa 20,000 viewers ba, ganun. And
So right now, ang score natin is 8-5. Lamang pa rin ang Dark Synergy. Well, they're conquering the LVE right now since maganda talagang pagpasok nila sa site and pag-defend nila sa site. And now they're 5 stack on B site.
Plant the spike.
Let's see kung makakapag-flank ang chamber ng LVE.
Spike planted.
Partner, ba't ngayon ka lang? Magsalita ka.
medyo natagalan kasi, alam mo, may sarili tayong grind, ganyan.
Eh, sana all nag-grind, di
Oo.
ba? Ano na bang rank natin, partner?
As of now, nasa ano pa lang ako, Diamond 2.
Last player standing.
Pero,
Two.
mm,
Well, that's pretty high rank already.
pero parang idudura niya na ako, papuntang plat.
Ano ba siya idudura ng diamond?
I don't know. Hindi natin alam. Hindi ko
Bakit
alam
ang
kung
mga-
kung about sa kakampi or about sa sarili.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Diamond things. Diamond things. It's
Mm-mm.
either you have a good
Here.
synergy with your teammates or just
Here.
really not even doing anything.
Yep. That's
There.
correct.
By Carlo Santa Balincanta, Synergy Dark, sobrang lakas daw.
Toxins going
Well,
up.
Synergy's chemistry is really something, you know. Ngayon naman, nirush nila ang mid. Pero hindi nila alam. Well, I think Chamber knows it na nandito si... Oh, ayun. Jesse. Napitas na niya ang Sovan ng Dark Synergy. Pero planted pa rin to. Wait, I know this lineup. Parang VCT. Hello?
Player standing.
O, diba?
Kadalasan kasi ngayon, kung ano nakikita natin sa pro players or sa mga big tour na or big org na napapanood natin sa mga online tournaments or
Yeah.
sabihin na natin sa mga professional tournaments talaga, which
Oo.
is
Kasi
binibigyan ng
nagiging inspiration siya eh.
mhm.
That
kung
works.
ano yung meron or kung ano yung kakalabasan nun, which is maganda yung kinalabasan in the previous time, ayun yung gagayahin talaga nila.
Yeah. I think that round is from Sentinels right there na pinush nila yung mid side. Tapos ang ginawa nilang lineup is si Viper and Sova. Pero well executed by Dark Synergy. Ngayon nag-dash in flat ang Jet
Spike
ng Dark
planted.
Synergy. It's a oh, one tap by Synergy IC. Well, Sheriff is the key for
Last player
them.
standing.
Masyadong malakas ng Dark Synergy natin. Parang ano sila ngayon, parang ganadong ganado. Alam mo yung type of things na feeling ko mga loose streak to sa mga kompe na dito nila
Kaya dito sa ano sa kaya dito sila naglalabas sa sama ng loob.
Oh, feeling ko mga loose streak sila. Kasi tignan mo, 11-5. Like, hello, wala ba kayong mistakes right now?
Pero hindi mo naman sasabi lose streak, malay mo. Maganda
Talagang
lang
magaling
talaga.
lang talaga.
Maganda lang talaga yung araw nila parang
Oo, may mga teams talaga kasi na kahit may tilted na isa, they're still doing good. Pero Dark Synergy, pero we don't know, malay mo lose streak talaga sila tapos dito nila nilalabas yung galit nila. Tignan mo si DDP Dre, first kill for him for this now. Masyadong matapang ang mga initiator natin ngayon. Biruin mo sa Dark Synergy, ang nagpa-plant Jet.
Actually, okay naman maging matapang initiator kasi sila dapat mag-initiate ng duel.
Yeah. Actually,
You know
they're,
what?
dapat talaga sila, for me, they're the in-game leaders since silang nakapag-reveal ng site,
Yes.
kung alin yung free, ganon.
Aha. Sila rin nagbibigay ng info kung nasan ba,
Oo.
'di ba?
Pero
Katulad ng
having that
Sova,
kind of
Faye.
initiator,
Mark one.
diba, like dual purpose,
Catch them.
tignan mo si DDP Dre, siya na naman ang pumitas.
Last
2
player
kills for
standing.
him.
Flawless.
Talaga sinugod pa niya yung city.
Teleport's ready.
Match
12-5
point.
right now. Match point by Dark Synergy. Nakikita niyo naman
Grabe.
guys. Mga
12-5.
mga palong-palo ang Dark Synergy natin ngayon. Well,
Sobrang laking gap sa score.
pero kudos pa rin to LVE, no? Talagang medyo hirap pa ang Dark Synergy sa pagpasok since kalat-kalat sila. Kung minsan may nakakapag-flank. Pero look at Synergy IC. May line-up kahit nasa spawn. Radiant Ping.
Ay, tinatawag na, ayoko sabihin eh. Baka mamaya, babash agad ako eh. Ari, mga normally, kung tawagin nila
You
sa
want to
ano
play?
yun eh, no?
Let's
Nerd,
play.
nerd, ganyan. Well, actually, ang daming oras na kailangan pag-aralan para do sa mga lineups na yun. At tsaka kaya hindi mo pwedeng tawagin basta-bastang nerd dyan.
Kasi having that kind of knowledge sa mga maps, we have like 7 maps tapos nagagawa nila yon. It's a different type of knowledge for players.
Ako nga lang eh, di ba? Nag-aaral ako eh.
Well, nice
Attackers
game
win.
for the first game for LVE. 12-5
Bawi,
ang ating score, guys.
bawi. Kaya yan.
So, aayusin na natin ngayon ang stream natin.
At kailangan ko na pumasok kasi nang
Kailangan
hula
na
ako.
pumasok yung partner ko. Kasi yung partner ko, late kasi yung partner ka eh.
Sorry. Wala pa kasi yung tulog, sorry. Ito na.
Babawi itong synergy, guys.
Partner, nasaan ka na?
Kaya to.
Wait lang, pa-open ako ng Valo.
Ang next map natin guys ay Ascent. So, okay guys, switch your sides na.
May ilang minutes break sila.
By Stanley Socorin, mga lodi ko yung dark. Well, having that kind of aim and knowledge is pretty lodiable. Lodiable? Dark Synergy, sobrang omsim. Well, they're not on top 1
Mhm.
for a reason, di ba? Add mo ako, partner.
Anong ang ano?
Eto. Sinasend ko na sa'yo.
Sa Discord.
Yes. Wait lang guys ha, kasi yung partner ko kasi pa-late-late kasi. Ko alam saan nagpupunta to eh. Okay guys, we'll take a break for 2 minutes pag ready natin yung mga players natin.
Okay, so babalikan daw po sila guys. So, kakaya pa naman to ng LVE Synergy guys. Kaya nila guys, malalakas yan sila guys. Huwag kayo mag-alala. Pa-music muna ata tayo. I'll be also be ready, guys. So, magpapa-music po ako dito guys since while waiting na po tayo guys. Oh, so I think we're gonna also watch party later guys sa LCQ guys. Last chance qualifier guys sa NA guys. Pwede na natin yan i-watch party guys. Yeah, stay tuned about that also guys. If you do like my contents guys, don't forget to make sure that you have followed my page, like my page, and also shared my contents guys. Thank you very much. It really helps me guys. Also it helps you and seeing more contents in the future guys. Thank you. If you're wondering guys why my mic sounds like this, I'm very sorry. Usually iba yung mic na ginamit ko ngayon. Hindi ako naka-condenser mic kasi ngayon. Naka standard mic lang po ako guys. So I'm very sorry if pangit po yung audio quality ko ngayon sa mic guys. I'm very sorry. Guys, what are your opinion guys on making a public server guys? Like, gusto niyo ba ng public server na there's no interview needed? Anyone can join as long as he plays Valorant? Gusto niyo ba ng ganyan na server guys? Kasi if you do like guys, I'm gonna make one guys. tagal naman ng 2 minutes guys parang forever guys If you do have any questions regarding LVE, Valorant, or anything guys, feel free to question me. I will try my best to answer them guys.
So, hello guys! We're back.
Ayun. So,
Nandito na
babalik
tayo sa
po
second
tayo
map
guys.
ng ating Fyllontal E-Camp matchup. So, makikita naman natin ngayon sa map ng Ascent kung sino ang magdo-dominate sa pag-mid control, sa pag-side control, and let's see. Labanan to ng ano ngayon. Ang Ascent kasi is labanan ng Sentinels. Pakulitan tayo ng Sentinels. Let's see kung anong gagamitin nilang Sentinels.
Yun. Given na yung KJ talaga dito sa map na to, no?
Yeah, given siya,
sobrang
pero I
given
think
niya na.
Cypher is better.
Cypher is better kasi may iwanan mo yung traps niya.
Oo, yun kasi yun eh.
Not unlike
Tapos,
the KJ.
hindi siya, yung traps ni Cypher, hindi siya nakakamatay, unlike KJ, but, yung hang time na nandun lang yung player, unless hindi niya mapatay agad yung trap, is a different kind of thing. Pero I think Chamber is,
Saka,
for fast
hindi
routing.
nasira yung traps na yon, no? Magiging dizzy ka at the same time may damage ka matatanggap sa
May
trap.
damage talaga na, kahit pa paano may konting damage sa'yo. And,
Yes.
wall bangable. Kasi kapag na-trap ka nun, kita agad.
Select your
Basta
agent.
wall bangable. Well, let's see. KJ versus Chamber. Tignan natin.
Ito na rin napansin ko Grabing OP ng lineup na may dalawang initiator.
Yes, actually,
Totoo yan.
if you're playing Ascent, it's always 2 initiators. Pag dalawang initiator mo, mid control is a very dangerous thing. Lalo na pag sa defending. Kasi kapag ang mid ng Ascent is na-control ng attacking, ewan ko na lang. Kasi, madali nang ano yun, pag na mid control ka, syempre, di ba, ang mga nasa cubby and sa market, magbaback yan. So, makukuha at makukuha nila yan. The thing is, if maganda talaga ang angle ng mga defending natin, let's see. Well, Astra for Smoker. Well, dalawang duel pala ngayon ng LVE Synergy. Well, yun ang ano nila ngayon, lamang nila. Since they're attacking, sa mga nanonood dyan, okay na yung stream natin guys may player lineup na, may time na, may score na. Ayos na namin, well on
What a
break.
kill by
Yes,
system.
Grabe si Trey. Grabe yung pagiging aggressive nila dito, no?
Oo.
At alam na ba nila? Sinusugod na nila unti-unti.
Mid control.
I will personally give him 500 Gcash
Well,
pre.
dalawa ang low dito sa Dark Synergy. Let's see. Kung makalag pa niya.
No!
Patay
Sayang
niya
guys.
si Riz pero syempre traded na ng
Enough.
isa sa ano, di ba?
Yes.
Sobrang big deal talaga ng mga trades, grabe.
Oo. And pag ganun kasing type of thing na dalawa sa inyo low, kailangan talaga double pick.
Ito kasi sa totoo lang may dalawang klase ng trade. Isang trade ng bait, isang trade talaga. Sa
No.
team play.
Hindi ka mamamatay kahit anong
Oo,
gawin mo.
tama.
Yung mga bait naman kasi na tinatawag natin is like, the one you're baiting is pretty low already and you're like full HP. Ganyan kasi yung mga nagiging bait na nangyayari.
Nandun na nga tayo sa point na yun.
Ah.
Kaya, titignan natin kung kaya ba mag-mid control nitong ano, no?
Well,
Oo.
tatlo ang nasa mid ngayon. Tag-isang main.
Kaya nga eh. Medyo take your time daw. Buds, bumalik.
Well, ang player natin sa Kabi for Dark Synergy is pretty deep right now. Hindi siya pumipik sa pinaka-catwalk. So,
Sa A-site, makikita natin si Mox tsaka si Bea. Kung magkakakitaan ba?
well, nagpe-pre-fire na ngayon.
Naku po!
Nagpe-pre-fire.
Naku po! Oops!
One enemy
Kill by
remaining.
Mox.
Spike
Holy!
down mid.
Hindi gumagana ang mid control sa kanila ngayon. Well, bad for the clutch to the shorty.
Grabe, at least nakaisa pa sa shorty, di ba?
Na at least nakaisa.
Good job by Buds.
Pero grabe, synergy. Na dark. Grabe pag-hold. Well, nakita mo si Faith kanina, hindi siya sobrang deep sa Kabi. Since alam niya siguro na may magwo-walk at magwo-walk sa A-main eh. Well, nagkaroon siya ng advantage doon kasi kahit nakita siya, nauna siyang nakita, nakapag-cover siya agad kasi hindi siya masyadong deep. When it comes to pag naka-pick siya sa catwalk, wala siyang tatakbuhan eh.
Wala. Pero ito yung series, naghihintay lang, tawang hintay lang sa mid, no?
Pag let's say
Well, I think
nanalo
they're going
sila
B right now,
second
since
game and
andun yung
third
initiator
game,
nila.
sige.
Yep.
Let's give them a benefit of the doubt,
Ayan na,
guys.
nag-dash in na.
Kaya nag-pull
Think
na.
iisa silang
At
battle
di
pass
na nakita
sila
si
lahat.
Buds.
Spike down B.
Ooh, Senko. Good job.
Oh, 2v3 situation right now. Tignan natin kung ano magagawa ng Dark Synergy ngayon. Since there's one on site.
So, inaabangan lang ni Evans eh. Uy, good job by IC. Aware kaya sila ng isa pang B-main. Good
May
job.
alam nila, alam nila.
Gusto
Oh,
mo?
on site.
Diba?
Nakita ng Prowler. Is it
IC.
gonna be clutch?
IC nag-aabang. Baka sakaling umakyat nga naman si Jet. Di ba?
Tama naman, tama naman.
Pero si
Pero
Mox dito
maganda rin ang
nakahintay
angle.
nun sa ano. Yes.
30 seconds left.
Wala talagang kawala. Tinatag. Ooh!
Nice
Medyo,
try, nice try.
medyo parang nag-lag pa si Mox doon kung kalaban yun.
Totoo. medyo nahuli yung reaction niya.
Medyo, Mox? Nag-pick na Mox. Pati di mo pa napapatay.
Hindi possible kasi minsan tumitingin sa minimap. May yung mga ano na hindi natin maiiwasan, di ba?
Siguro nasigawan ni Fade yun. Uy, ayan na! Good
KJ,
luck!
the usual setup for controller.
Aray.
Pero dahan-dahan nilang ginagapang dito ang A-main. Meron rin naman sa mid top. At merong naiwan sa base. Ayan.
Ngayon, dalawa ang players natin sa
Nice
ano
smoke ha. Parang aware na aware si Mox na mayroong magpupush. Diba?
Pag ito pre-fire pa niya, I told you. The game sense is really there.
Oh!
Ayan na nga. Sabi ko
Ano?
na. Dalawa na ang napitas, no? Isang
Yes.
mid.
Makikita
Pero,
natin dito si
Sendo,
Sento.
May naka-off siya.
Yep.
One enemy remaining. Spike
Pero
down.
pinupush ni Drake.
Pero Dre, no?
Long.
Talaga aggressive. Meron dalawang player din ng Sentinel, guys. Isang napaka-passive, isang super aggressive, which is nakikita natin kay Dre ngayon.
Oo. Well, if ako ang tatanungin, tapos, nasa akin si Dre as a player, parang, sige, do your thing. Parang ganun yung mangyayari. Kasi, Dre is pretty aggressive sentinel and initiator at the same time. Pero,
Yes.
hindi mo siya makikitang, matakot na mag-back off. If, napupush siya ng tatlo, dalawa, nakakontrol pa rin niya.
Tinatawag na kumpiyansa.
The confidence is there. Like, it's really there. Na-dash in na si Jet.
Aware kaya sila naman. Uy! Jesse! Ready? Napitas agad. Grabe si
Spike
Mox!
down A.
With a triple
Last
kill!
player standing.
Sayang. Well, grabe yung hold doon ni ano, ni
Oh,
Mox.
ang init ng ating paring Mox ngayon. Grabe.
Sino si Giga dito? Si Giga ba si Mox? well, Mox is pretty a good holder right there. Kasi nakita mo yun, pinush na siya dun sa
Yeah.
ilalim. Pero, yung angle pa rin niya, nandun pa rin siya, nakakapag, ano pa rin siya ng mga angles niya. Pero ngayon makikita natin na nakasave ngayon ng LVE Synergy.
Page
Tignan natin
po
kung
ng
mag-finish
Little
nila.
Valkyrie
You want to
Esports
play?
po yun,
Let's
Sep.
play.
Ang dami
Ay,
nag-cheer
page
para
ng
sa Dark,
Little
no?
Valkyrie. Yung sa Fyllontal talaga na
Grabe.
page. Yun
They're
talaga
pretty
yun.
well known.
Sino kaya? Sino kaya mabuhay? Uy, grabe, Sento!
Well, up deep!
Grabe yung pagbe-bait nung ano, nung Payton. Para makuha lang si, ano, si Chamber, di ba? Evans with low HP. Hindi na detect ng Prowler. Pero narinig nito na meron mag-meet up. Pero hindi niya alam na lumagpas na.
Pero alam ni IC na merong isang, ayan na, sabi ko sa'yo, alam ni IC na may andun si Evans sa corner.
Si Mox ay iiwan na naman dito. Pinupush na si Mox.
Tignan natin kung ano mangyayari kay Mox.
Ah, napi-free fire siya. Naku po, nawa. Oh my god.
Player standing.
Nice shot by Psycho.
Si IC!
Grabe.
Si IC with the 4K there. Grabe yung pag-swing niya doon sa ano.
Sayang yung push nila, no? Which is, kayang-kaya na eh. Pero yung mga angles, alam mo yung mga
Oo.
angles na kailangan nilang bantayan para maiwasan nila yung mga flanks, yung mga backdoor or anything else, yung mga papasok pa lang ng site. Hindi nila nabantayan ng maayos agad.
Oo. Ayan, sabi ng, since naka-time out naman tayo for 40 seconds, sabi ng ating mga commenter, si Mox, ang laki ng ano mo, ng ano,
Oh my god.
ng ano. Ayan ha,
Wag kang ganyan, mahilig ako sa ano.
yung ano na yan, maraming pwedeng meaning yan. Pero sabi ni Stanley, hindi pa kasi nakakapag-change name. Pero si Dre po, si Dre po, si Giga. Oh, si Giga yung pinaka-aggressive niyong Sentinel at Initiator. Well,
Grabe. Sobrang bigat ng ano dito. Sobrang bigat ng Dark.
Pero having Dark, like 6-0, tapos ang ganda kasi ng lineup nila eh. Kasi Ascent talaga is for 2 initiators talaga. Since malaki yung map ang Ascent, parang may mid na siya kasi. Parang
Totoo.
triple type na siya since yung mid niya malaki.
Yep.
Yun yung kasi yung
Sendo.
naging ano ng Ascent.
Makikita natin sa main si Sendo. Tumawid na Reyna, mahaba kaya. Woo! A double kill, man!
Double kill!
Oh my god, Sendo!
Spike down A.
Sobrang init, my body! With a
Ay.
4K, my bro. Oh
Sendo
my
was the Dark
god,
Synergy,
Sendo,
guys.
grabe ka na! Ayun na ina-expect ko. Kasi nagkukumpulan na sila dun. Sabi ko may makukulat talaga dito.
Grabe partner, parang si Sendo naglalaro sa ibang universe. Like, it's Sendo's world right now. Kasi, the fact na naka-off siya, tapos sinugod pa rin niya yung nasa lobby. Iba si Sendo ngayon, guys.
Ito yung tinatawag na hindi mo kailangan matakot, may tutok ka, ganon.
Well, ba't kailangan mo matakot kung nandiyan si Sendo, di ba? Yun lang naman yun.
Ba't kailangan mo matakot kung may Sendo sa team nyo?
Yung dash by Sendo! Oh my God! Hindi
There.
inaasahan ni Sendo yun, guys. Nakita nyo ba yun? Wrong dash ni Sendo, guys.
Grabe. Pero, as Mox, nandito pa rin siya.
Mox is a pretty, kung sa akin lang ha. Yung pasensya ni Mox dito,
Yeah.
masyadong malaki.
He's pretty passive player, man.
Oo.
Grabe talaga, partner.
Nahayaan
Last player
niya.
standing.
Since controller siya ang pinaka-importante ngayon sa team nila. Kasi smoke
Bea,
eh.
Bea, pumasok na dito sa loob. At nililikuran na si Dre. Pero pinatay niya si Dre.
Hit si Dre doon. Pero si
Pero si
Synergy,
Icy.
oo.
Mm-mm. Tamang ano lang, tamang kuha-kuha lang ng info. Diba? Pag nalaman na, ayun, tamang abang-abang na lang.
Well, Carlo Balincanta, sa Sendo, I love you.
Kahit ako!
Kahit ako. Sige, sige na.
Mapapasabi talaga ako na I love you, Sendo, dun sa nangyari kanina.
Siguro kung naririnig natin yung mga comms nila ngayon,
I will be their
may,
nightmare.
may cursing na nangyayari doon sa loob ng ano, sa galing ni Sendo.
Sigawan. Oh, no. Talaga grabe.
Pero ngayon, nakasave sila ngayon. Try nila ulit ngayon yung A. Pero, Sendo, nakarotate na agad.
Lalabot kaya si Mox at makikita ng drone? Hindi na. Alam niya na may
Oh!
Grabe. Sabay balik sa ano, no? Sa smoke? Grabe, Mox.
Well,
Spike
grabe
down
si
A.
Mox, no? Grabe yung
Nakadalawa pa si Jessie doon.
blinded
Last
ngayon
player
dalawa.
standing.
Ngayon, ganun pa kayo, Mox? Sasaksakin kaya?
Ano, nakaisa pa si... nakaisa pa si Jessie. Pero sinaksak siya ni Sendo. Sendo, you're so bad, man.
Iba,
Grabe.
iba si Sendo.
Salbahin
Sendo.
ka na, Sendo.
Si Sendo ay wala sa universe natin ngayon, guys. Nasa
Totoo,
ibang
totoo.
universe siya ngayon. Ang Valorant ngayon, ang world ni Sendo.
Okay.
Grabe si
Recap
Sendo.
lang tayo sa scores ngayon, no? Mox with the
9-0.
13 frags, yeah. Scores na our frags nila.
Here.
Sendo with the 10. Then, syempre, Dre and Riz as a passive player or let's say si Dre kasi hindi talaga passive eh. Oh,
Pero LVE
kita mo? Pero napatay na ni System, si Dre. Tama na raw ang pagiging passive Dre.
Enemy kill. Oh, pero nang off-tip
You
siya ni
want to
Sendo.
play? Let's play.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, okay,
Pero
Jess.
pinatay siya ni Jesse sa mid.
Sabi ni Jessie, tama ka na, Sendo.
Tawa ka na,
Sumusobra
Sendo.
na.
Ako naman. Pero wag ka mag-alala, partner. Dito natitira pa si Mox. Hindi ko alam kung ano pwede mangyari, ah.
Well, Mox still has the blind and kompleto pa kanyang utils actually.
Spike planted.
Ayan, nag-TP na siya.
Ooh.
Oh!
Pero si Bayan.
Bea. Galing pa siyang stars pag lalagay ng stars na ha.
Kailangan lang talaga yung reaction time medyo mabilis.
Or reaction time talaga.
Totoo yan.
Well, nakita naman natin si Sendo kanina medyo kanina si Mox na medyo naglalag. I don't know if it's lag or sadyang delay lang talaga. Maybe he has packet loss or something. Kasi naging problema namin yung kanina, yung mga server, ganyan.
Yes.
Wala
Actually,
tayong nagagawa. Nasa Pilipinas
actually
tayo.
pag online tournament, ayan talaga ang problema. Kung
Oo.
anong server pa talaga.
Well, nasa Pilipinas tayo kahit anong server.
Drone
Depende
system,
talaga.
nakita si kayo. Pero Riz, pinatay agad siya ni no? Pinatay agad si Psycho.
Bring them down.
Nami-mid control nila ngayon, pero bumabalik sila ngayon sa B. Pero ayan, 3v5 situation. Feeling ko kaya na to ng LVE. Wag lang talaga magmi-miracle na naman to si Sendo.
Uy! Grabe si Mox! Talaga nga naman, Mox.
Spike
Pero
planted.
nandun pa sa mid si no?
Last player
Partner,
standing.
andyan pa si Sendo.
Yes.
Pero nandun pa si Sendo.
ICFPS,
Oh,
double
si-
system. Kaya kunin
Last
pa
round
ng
in the half.
kunin pa ng ng LVE ang last round na to.
Di natin alam, 9-3 curse?
Well, ako partner hindi ako naniniwala sa 9 triggers. Pero once na makuha nila tong round na to, may possibility na mas maunti na lang yung hahabulin nila.
Oo, kasi pag nakuha nila to kasi
Depende.
partner, ibig sabihin, andyan na yung ano nila, yung momentum nila, nagbi-build up na.
Yes.
Yung mga rounds na silang ino-off lang.
Naalala mo tong na to, sequence na to, partner? Yung strong dash. Hindi naman nangyari pero hindi rin natamaan ni Sendo ngayon.
Si Sendo kasi. Sendo, sobrang aggressive mo.
Molly by Riz, no? Ooh! Nice set by Riz. Pero syempre wala na madedetect sa mid-top.
Partner, nandito pa sa system, ha? Nag-iinit si system ngayon, eh. Last round kasi, nakailang kill siya by the off.
Bro!
Ayun nga,
System
nasabi
ano,
ko na
makakasabi
system.
mo pala, partner! Pero nandun yan! Pinatay agad ni Sendo! Psycho, aware kaya siya? Nasa heavens eh! Si Mox! Nag-ulti ka pa tayo yung ulti mo, Psycho!
Sayang.
Why?
One
Hindi ba
enemy
na-detect ni
remaining.
Psycho?
What a
O,
one
Sendo.
tap by Sendo?
Tignan natin kung maka-clutch ni Bea to since nasa kanya ang spike.
30
Well,
seconds
it's
left.
a 4v1 situation, pero LVE Bea, tignan natin kung mag-miracle siya dito.
Oh no!
Hala!
Oh
Hala
no!
ka! Hala! Hala!
Yung dalawa nag-whip, si Sendo at si Bea!
Bea has 14 seconds na lang.
Yup.
Ano kaya
10
gagawin niya
seconds
dito?
left.
Feeling ko sasaksakin na siya eh.
Naku, grabe yung
No.
whip! Nice try by Bea, pero... Grabe yung
Switching
whip
sides.
ngayong round na to.
Na-feel ko si Bea doon, guys. Feel ko si Bea doon. As a diamond player, hindi na iwasan talaga yung whiff na ganung whiff. Lalo na kapag alam mong 4v1 situation. Iba kasi yung kaba. Lalo na kapag alam mo na
I
lamang
feel
yung
Bea's
kalaban.
whiffing by his Vandal, and I feel Sendo whiffing by his
Knife.
knife. Yeah.
Well, whiff kung whiff. Eh, pero tignan natin ngayon since
Yep.
attacking na sila. Tignan natin kung may mid control nila to. Feeling ko magka-catwalk sila eh.
Here.
Since double naman ang initiator ng Synergy na Dark, pretty winnable. Kahit i-rush nila inside.
Oops. So aware ni si Jessie na nasa mid top. And then alam ko aware na rin siya na possible na ayun na.
Nag-back out na.
Yes.
Pasok sa side. Pero na-blind eh.
Oh, Evans.
One enemy
Pinatay
remaining.
agad ni
Ayan
Dre.
na.
Spike
Match
down
situation by
A.
Sendo.
Sendo!
Oh!
Oh, masyado. Medyo mainit talaga si Sendo,
I got
buddy.
spike.
Last 2 kills, last 2 kills. Tingnan natin kung makaka-clutch na to. Pero may shock dart. Shit, naman ang shock dart. Naku, pag angat ng ulo mo dyan, patay ka, one tap ka.
Naku
Ay,
po!
sabi ko kayo. Si system pa kinalaban mo. Kanina pa nag-iinit sa'yo yan si system.
Actually, totoo part na mainit na talaga si system.
Oo, mainit na si system. Pero imo, initiator, may hawak ng op. Di ba?
Well, hindi natin masisisi kasi baka the way he plays for initiator talaga, then the gun choice syempre, malay mo for OP talaga.
Well, he
Come
has the
into the unknown.
aim
Yes.
from top player. Mabilis ang reaction time niya.
Pero Dre, ito, Jesse and Dre. Oops, nagparinig lang. Hindi nila aware na nandun si Saiko.
Feeling ko winnable to for LVE 3v5 situation, pero low si Psycho.
Ramdam ko.
Pero Reyna naman siya. 1 kill lang, 1 assist lang, makakapag-heal siya ulit.
Yes.
Teleport's ready.
Kaya natin si Evans kung pupush na to.
Sendo. Sendo. Alam na ngayon ni Evans. Nandun si
One
Sendo.
enemy remaining.
Pero
Alam
Sendo,
nila ngayon,
down.
nandito ang Sendo. Tignan natin kung anong gagawin
gusto
nila.
niya i-pick up yung dalawa, no? Isa-isa lang raw, sabi ni Sendo. Oy! Naku po.
Nice try, Sendo. You're doing good, you're doing good.
Yes. Grabe na rin. Umiinit na rin si Jessie. Ito yung gusto natin makitang laban, di ba?
Yung nagkakainitan na.
Yes,
Yung
both
mga
of the
focus
team
nandyan
is
na-
mainit. Grabe. Para
Feeling ko
silang
na-
sling.
Feeling ko yung mga comms dyan, kanina ka pa. Tama ka na. Ganun na yung mga
Parang
comms nila
ganito yun,
ngayon
parang
dyan.
ganito yun. Bleep, tapos... alam mo na yun, di ba?
Oo.
Eh,
Kasi pag ano talaga, no, nakakainit na talaga.
yes.
Tapos alam mo namang winnable pa, why not? Why not be aggressive? Pero ayan, pasok sila sa market. pasok na sa market. Pero hindi alam ni Psycho na meron pang isang mid-top. At ni Sendo.
Grabe si Sendo. Grabe yung rush. Uy! Ayun na! Si
Naku!
Jesky! Super low na neto. Pinatay na siya ni Dre.
Sabi ko sa'yo eh. Si Psycho makaka-flank. Dahil hindi aware.
Last player standing.
Pero,
Hey, with the one top!
well, may grabe si Bea. Grabe yung paghabol niya ng judge.
Nakahabol pa niya yun?
Yes!
I couldn't
Ah,
feel
diba?
Yung Bea, do the
out of
clutch.
it. No, yeah.
No!
11-4.
Nandun yung crossfire.
Ang ganda kasi talaga ng mga angle na hinahawakan nitong Dark
Yes.
Synergy.
So,
Parang
as
kahit
of
saan ka
now,
tumik.
yep. Dark only needs 2 more to win this series, right?
Oo. Hello sa 23 viewers natin. Buhay pa ba kayo dyan, guys? Ba't di kayo nagko-comment, ha? Wala ba kayo papa-shoutout dyan? Papa-shoutout, papasabi sa mga players natin, mga I
Yes.
love you, I miss you. Ganon. Sakto lang din, partner. Pag natapos ng maaga to, 5 p.m.
Pakiramdam ko talaga, kailangan ng LVE ng solid na cheerer. Kailangan ng LVE ng may taga-sigaw sa comment section. Kung sino may taga-LVE dyan or supporter ng LVE, tulungan nyo sila by supporting them.
Oh my gosh,
By
nandito ako,
commenting.
par!
But that's the key, LVE. Kaya nyo yan, Diyos ko.
Lakas lang ng loob ang kailangan ng LVE
Pero,
at diskarte.
Pero si Dre, nag-ulti na ng B-side. Tingnan natin kung anong gagawin ng LVE dito ngayon.
Teleport's ready.
Grabe si Evans yung Free Fire lang, pero pinatay siya ni Riz as Free Fire then through the smoke.
Spike
Aware kaya si Dre?
Naku! Stay with Dre! O, 4v2 situation. Parehas may low.
System. Tinitignan na yung main. Blinded. Oh no! Good blind by Kayo, no? By si Riz.
Last player standing.
Oh! So, grabe si Icy. Mag-isa na lang dito si ano.
Enemy remaining.
Psycho, may pag-asa pa kaya?
Pag-asa pa, Psycho! Sige!
Woo!
God.
Nice try,
Sayang.
Psycho.
Sayang. A
Well
little
played,
bit
Icy.
will do
Yeah.
that.
Match point.
LVE kaya pa! Ayan ang gusto ko, may fighting spirit.
Yan ang
LVE
gusto ko,
kaya pa.
John Paul. LVE, kaya pa. Kaya pa talaga, winnable to. Sa competitive to, mga 12-4, nagiging 12-14 to.
Naranasan mo ba, partner? Yung tipo mong
Alin?
11-0 na kayo, pero,
Ay nako,
in,
naranas
nakabak
ko yan.
di ba?
Naranas ko yan. Diamond Days. Ay,
Sa
naku,
pagiging
Diyos ko.
player, hindi mo maiiwasan mangyari yung comeback. Pero
Madaling
ito,
mali ang comeback.
Icy. Icy, minamata na yung side. Evans.
Naku, Sendo.
Oh, Evans, nakapitas ng judge. Pero Icy talaga, mainit talaga tong mga, etong si Riz tsaka si Mox talaga, sobrang init talaga na ito, no? Defending side pa lang.
3v2 situation. Naku, ulti na. Tingnan natin kung makaklutch pa nila to.
Oops.
Pero ano si...
One miss. Grabe, ayan na. Aware yata siya. Aware sila na meron dun.
Di sila aware!
Player
Oh
standing.
my God!
And that
Attackers
ends
win.
it, guys. With a
Nice
2-0.
Nice LV.
Nice game, LVE Synergy.
Ganda
Let's
ng
come back
game.
there.
And good
Stronger.
Energy natin dun.
Yep, good
Stronger
job,
tayo.
Icy.
Babalik
Kanyang
tayo
ama
ng
ko, pwede
stronger
ka na
dyan.
magsalita.
So it's stronger.
Grabe.
Good game,
Okay, so
guys.
let's
Good
watch
game.
party on
Dito kasi yung vice president natin, guys.
let's watch party sa ano natin, guys. Watch party na naman tayo sa VCT tournaments natin, guys. Yung LCQ. Mag-watch party pa tayo ngayon ng LCQ. Ipakkas.
Coming through.
trying to push forwards. But no, they're back away, not really looking to play aggressively anytime soon.
I'm kind of surprised actually from Griffin there to sort of fake that initial fight. Bearing in mind that when it comes to Griffin's pistol rounds, usually they are fairly quick, so slowing the pace, potentially trying to play a little bit differently here, hoping that the huge amount of battle plans that Boom are able to commit to these tournaments are kind of laid to waste. Few shock darts, Suifat is just able to avoid it, however, it is going to give a bit of presence, and with about a minute left on the clock, if you're on Griffin, you need to start sort of listing your attention to a site, any site, so long as that you have a plan.
Wow.
Looks like this plan is going to be that C site. A very good gamble on their part for Boom. A retake maybe due.
Yeah, it looks like Boom did get baited into having more players around that garage area, and they've kind of left Griffin move into that C position, and it's clearly been granted over. Spike, of course, being planted, but it seems like Flipsider will be going directly in for the kill. Quickly, Trader looking at a 2-on-3, very, very close by. Blaze King comes in for the fight, but it's still a duel, and it's Berserks to come off on top and put Boom in the lead.
It's the teamwork. That's it, Pavlos. It's the teamwork. Boom, they've been together for so damn long. Yes, Famous is there on loan. However, they've had the time to practice, and you see it there. The second that C-site became hit, the second everyone fought, Flipsider swings out, everyone attacks at once. You see each player takes their aim duels as quick as humanly possible. Blaze King as well there, despite being on low HP, despite swinging when reloading, what matters is he's pulling the attention away from Berserks rather than actually going for the kill himself. Really, really selfless way to play a pistol round, and it pays off beautifully. 1-0 the scoreline over Griffin.
Maya Bank is here with its higher earning 6% interest rate. So you can reach goals faster in a safe and secure bank. Open Maya Bank with just one ID. Now that's a money app that does it all. Maya, it's everything and a bank.
And yeah, I'm a fine advocate of setting
Lagi
back
na
the,
lang akong
the
pagod
second
ng
round.
pagto. Minsan nagkaka-anxiety ako dahil I don't get
Again,
work
very
done.
similar to
Nakita
that
ko
previous round, right? Play around that garage
Dito na lang
position,
tayo, guys.
put a
Kasi
player in mid as well,
masyadong-
put caution
ano
to the
sila?
wind, assisted with the alarm bot
Daming-
is player presence from Boom. You can see 3 players nearby that position. But the sole attention of Griffin this time around seems to be a commitment towards this garage angle.
They were sort of umming and ahhing about doing this in their pistol round, didn't they? So the fact that they're now able to commit to it with pistols means that the Astra is going to be tested.
Slowly but surely. Oh, this could be a perfect opportunity. Does perfectly swing by. Takes down 2 without any issues. That is the spike, Kremer. That's also Flipsider losing his life. Not too bad, though, losing 1 Spectre, but as long as they keep the rest of the players alive, should be a simple cleanup. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Fung has done quite a bit, and he's joined up with Suifat.
30 seconds left.
And they've got a Spectre in play. Oh, okay. And Berserks hasn't got reinforcements. He's on his own, so if he gets picked off here, there's no crossfire placement. Oh no! This could be going wrong. This could be going very wrong. But they need to collect the spike, and there's only 13 seconds to work with. Nebula moves away. Blaze King is in the corner. Fam's able to get one. Oh dear, it's cutting down to the wire. But yeah, got no clue where Blaze King is, and it's a 2-0 for Boom.
Sure, it's a 2-0, Pavlos. It's a great start, but not a great round. You should not be allowing that much damage to be done to you off the back of just a couple of classics and a Headhunter. For Boom, that's going to take a long, hard reconsider. Bearing in mind how good their teamwork was on that pistol round, to then go into your second round and to be in positions not in crossfires, or not even in positions to trade one another, is a bit of a worrisome sign, actually. I won't lie. Bearing in mind, this is our opening map. This is our opening half for them. The fact that there are a few fragments being picked off by Griffin this early on means that the pressure's definitely going to be there on both Coach Meow and the IGL to try and adjust as quick as humanly possible. Here's that adjustment. Here's that aggression.
I mean, yeah. It's a small, but it's a bonus.
Yeah.
Trying to get that early space. But for once, Griffin didn't place any players mid. The only round that we kind of see Boom aggressing mid is when Griffin decide not to place players there. Now, very passive, knowing that there's pistols, knowing that there's lower weaponry, seems that they're holding back a bit.
You're absolutely right, and I quite like this. I think they're anticipating the aggression. Boom, all things considered, have been pretty aggressive. We've seen that even when they're not even peeking with the utility, they're shoulder peeking all angles all the time. So for Griffin, they're going to be relying on trying to catch out that initial player. Over in mid, you see how they're sort of umming and ahhing. They're trying to tease that push through from Garrett from the Jet, and bear in mind, Berserks, he did flirt with that push.
Oh, Boom have got a perfect setup for this, though. If Griffin walk into this, it could be the best case scenario for them. 3 players strong, and And close distances, those weapons can also do quite a bit. We know them, but this is the lineup, the start of this push, the initiation, if you will. Sufat first to enter the fray, but of course has to go to the full extremity of that corner. Space granted, but they're still all nearby. Look how many defenders are nearby, and the spike has already been attempted to get planted. This can be so uncomfortable and become so difficult ever so quickly, but it looks like Griffin are staying composed. Careful, Blaze King yet to be spotted. That's how he's able to get 1 kill. 3 versus 4, and Boom are still in contention of the site. Boom take everybody down apart from Sufa, and he goes down as well. Boom, 3-0. They show Griffin who's boss.
You've got to take a line, haven't you? At what point is that no longer Boom's success and Griffin's failure? You see that they get to the site, no problem. They're able to get their utility onto the site, no problem. That spike for a bit was about to go down, but Boom, oh my god, did they tighten that rope as quick as possible. Having players as well holding Sewer meant that there was no ability for Griffin to be able to flank. So those players who are watching the flank anyway end up being disconnected from the main body of the force. You take 1v1 at a time, you just cascade onto your opponents of a Boom. It's a 3-0 lead and a conversion on your bonus round.
What do you say if Griffin would have played that a little bit more aggro, trying to clear out short, they'd had a better chance of actually holding out that round?
If they'd killed anyone, they'd have had a better chance. It's just they couldn't. They ended up getting swarmed from all sides. Really early usage of the tour de force from Funk here. Bearing in mind, there is still the Cosmic Divide available for Boom come the retake. However, it may not be needed to Botal, hoping for timing now on this chamber.
Griffin really do look scared so far, but yeah, you know, they're putting all of their faith into this tour de force. So far, paying dividends, although space is now granted for them. B opened up, the horizons maybe also. But look at the back line. Slowly, Berserk seems to be a menace. There is that a trap or no? He can clearly make his way behind without being spotted unless the player does so instead. They're looking to push, but they over-push. They overstay their welcome. Tour de Force still in play, and so is Overdrive. They're putting so many ultimates into this, but it's also working out. Time is ticking, and they need to get onto the site quickly. Blaze King, oh, they're throwing pistols at him. This is BM at its finest. Tour de Force also into play for a little bit longer, but this is where they need to start pushing onto the site because they will have no time left. Tour de Force from Fong is doing so darn much. That's the man you need in an eco round. Griffin find a round on the board.
5 bullets, 4 kills. That's a hell of a conversion, Pavlos. I can guarantee I'll be happy with that. And for Griffin, I feel like the overdrive was a bit of an overcommitment. However, you're able to bait out the Cosmic Divide as well, making it all worthwhile. First round on the board for Griffin. It comes off the back of a tour de force, which means it raises the question. How consistently can they make this success? How consistently can they garner that control in mid when you don't have the ever looming presence of that operator? For Boom though, this is where things get a little bit more comfortable. Famous with that Hunter's Fury, Flipshitter with that lockdown, which means that for Griffin, retakes are going to suddenly become a much, much harder. Berserk swing from mid, and that is a shot, Pavlos.
And that is a dead Berserks. Wow, okay, that's how you start a round.
That is a rough way to start, particularly if you're Boom. Bearing in mind, a team which has got their confidence from their aggression.
And considering the fact that it was such a good start from Boom. I think that shot was just literally the name of the team. Boom, you done know. Looking to push now onto the C position. Flipshitter, might I add, now with an operator. It's got a good lineup, does fall back into safety, and it seems like Blaze King has found another new position. Potential for a double there, but does get taken down himself, but it looks like Griffin are having troubles. Less and less by the second. Flipshitter gets it done. A collat double, and that is Boom retaking control.
Really serious bravery from Flipshitter there to be able to swing and put down that lockdown so early into the initial site take. Makes me think that, honestly, for Boom, they were full well expecting Griffin to commit to that. And even though Griffin were able to get to the site, Boom was still able to read that initial spout of control. So really, really nice positioning. More importantly as well, is they feathered their ults. They still have a Hunter's Fury, which means they still have the ability to either cancel a plant, delay a plant, or maybe even try and garner that man advantage without risking peeking your shoulders into Suifat, who, let's be honest, has been decimating anyone who dare peek him.
Boom, finding early kills, giving themselves a better chance on those retakes. Very nicely done.
Yeah.
And this is a Griffin timeout.
I love this. I absolutely love this. Bearing in mind as well that for Griffin, their last couple of rounds, they have been a little bit shaky. They have been getting the initial man advantage. However, they've been losing the trades when they get to the site. So if I'm Griffin, I'm going to want to see a little bit, I want to see a little bit of a faster play style. You get that man advantage, you get to the site off the back of that. Because of that, though, it means that Boom, the delay gives them a chance to rotate, gives them a chance to trade, it gives them a chance to set Flipshitter up with a lockdown which cancels out that entire site take. Granted, and this is something which is going to really come into play, I think, over the next couple of rounds, the experience isn't there for Griffin. They have got better, but they've not been at the top like Boom have been, which means that potentially stress may get to them.
Yeah, they are definitely the underdogs in this story. And as you said, pressure is up against them. And when you're talking about a tournament just like this one, last chance qualifiers, right, you know that it's all or nothing, really, right? It's either your spot into champions or a spot out of, I don't know. It's just not a spot.
Exactly.
It's a stripe or a line. It's not a spot.
A spot on the bench,
Or a circle. Or a square.
Exactly. It's for the ult management. So to highlight is that there is a Rolling Thunder as well as the Seekers available for Griffin. That does give him a temporary advantage, but Tebotal about to get his own Rolling Thunder up. This is accompanied by Berserk, who's about to be able to get the Blade Storm. Something that may sort of assist the economy should they lose this round, because the money on Boom, I mean, it's all right, but it's really not great. Neither team are in a safe position, you could say, which is going to put all the more pressure onto the 6th and 7th round.
Big questions to be asked here in APAC. What is a spot and what is a dot? What's the difference? Anyway, no. Oh, that's a barrel! And that is Fung dead. Ooh, okay. Opening things up towards the right-hand side of the B site, but that is not their main focus. The focus of Griffin is at A site, and with those Seekers, they'll make sure that it's entirely clear. Trailblazer running right after as well to guarantee that space is open for the taking, and they're able to get themselves onto the A site. Crucially enough, they've also got Select in that B site, ready to hit the back lines of Boom as soon as they start pushing.
What I think is really interesting is they didn't commit the Hunter's Fury to delay that push. They instead are going to wait for it. They're going to try and use it potentially to zone someone else out.
Oh, Select, that's such a massive position to hold, and he's so patient to not move in just yet. Nobody has a clue. No one has an idea. No one is checking it. No one is looking. Or maybe now they are looking to push in. They may have a chance. Flash over. Berserks can't deliver. Blaze King tries his best, but Griffin had the better setup, had the backstab as well, and get this round done.
Absolutely perfect from Select. That's all they had to do to be able to be in position. He didn't have to kill anyone. As long as he delays, as long as he puts some spacing between the players who are retaking that A site, what it means is that for Boom, trading becomes harder. It means that anyone backside of A there, in this case Rainy, is able to get that multi-kill because they have the time to reset their aim, their bloom between each player. 4-2 the scoreline now for Boom. Look at those ults. Now, I'm really surprised we didn't see the usage of either the Rolling Thunder or the Hunter's Fury that round, and for me, it means that they maybe use this round to kind of compensate for the fact they don't have a very good buy. A few Bulldogs have had to come out. The reality is, for Griffin, this is where they try to garner a bit of momentum, Pavlos.
Yeah, can they nestle themselves a couple of rounds in a row? That's definitely what they would like to see. But this time around, yeah, there's an alarm bot around this garage area. As soon as they push by, they'll know it's taken back with Blaze King might be caught, but as I previously mentioned, alarm bot deters them. Hold back. Yes, they've cleared it out, but they've emptied it out again. They don't know if anybody's entered again.
You see the adaptation from Boom as well. Not even wanting to fight for Garage. They've got a little bit of utility, that's it, they just back off. They allow Griffin to be the one to expend their arsenal to get control in a position that they no longer want.
That's a premature rotation from the Sova. Very premature, especially considering that the A site now has potential to be taken over. Mid-play as well. Oh, this is aggressive from Tebelo. First shot coming through. It is going to be Select to get the first shot in, but it's still a 3-on-3, and the B site can't be taken over. There's a backstab brewing, and that is Blaze King there to stop them. 2v1. Suifat looking to take control, but he's all by himself. Got no assistance, and there's a Nebula. No, a dark cover that's about to deteriorate, and it doesn't have his back covered. He is a dead man running. Oh, that was close.
That was laboured, Pavlos, around that Boom. For the moment there, it looked like they just won easily. However, Griffin, Suifat, he turns it around very, very nicely. Something I want to highlight the fact as well is that he makes Berserks almost scared to go through that smoke, which means that Suifat has a little bit more space to force out 1v1s of the Boom. That's what they give them. They give Griffin the 1v1s. Remember, Griffin, much like Order, were the titans of their region. No one came close to beating them. I think Ghetto Artists sort of teased it, but it wasn't a competition. And now that they're sort of in the international stage, yes, these guys have aim. These guys are some of the best aimers in their, or the best aimers in their region, which means for Boom, the way they need to beat them is via stratagem.
They're not lacking on that fire department though, either, right? I mean,
Exactly.
It's a tough one from Griffin. It's a uphill battle, if you will, and it's quite a steep uphill. And mind you, this is Griffin's map pick, therefore Boom, if they obliterate it, their chances will be depleted. That is Berserks with an opener. We're talking about a pistol round here for Griffin. It's not that they haven't won a pistol round before. They've done it. And that was the third round of the game, but They're not able to do much here, not even a single kill.
What I want to highlight here is the power spike. Look at the ults on both teams. 4 available for Boom, 3 available for Griffin, but with Fung 2 away from getting his Tour de Force, 1 away from the Seekers on Rainy as well. It's this sort of huge power spike makes this round so crucial to the momentum of Griffin. They win this with feathered ults, then they have a couple of rounds set up for themselves. They lose it though, and Boom have an ult advantage, an economic advantage, and a momentum advantage. Something which, with kind of the latter stage of the first half to deal with, you're not going to be able to break. There's only 4 rounds left, Pavlos. If Griffin want a chance, it needs to start now.
I love that we're finally seeing Fung on the operator though, but Berserk seizes a splendid opportunity to find a kill. And he's even moving even forwards. I love the Nebula from his teammate, assisting him to push by. Oh, he's permitted another! Ooh. Fung gets 2. I love that I alluded that he had an operator at the start of this round, but he's gotten 2 with the Head Hunter. And looking at mid. Oh, this is rough, this is tough, and somehow all of these kills are going all over the place. We found ourselves in a 2 versus 2 when Wire Select is looking to be cheeky on the Heaven side, but Famous seems to be having this telegraphed. Very split, all of these players. But it seems that Griffin will be able to put their 2 players together, at least for now, meaning that Famous has to give them respect and move out of there until his teammate arrives, and it seems that he has. Blazer King is behind him, but he misses a shot. Wire Select brings him back to the game. Famous! Oh, that was so close! But Rainy, he gets it, he gets it.
Once again, Famous, he had the Hunter's Fury there. I'm very surprised he actually didn't use it. Bear in mind that could have delayed the plan. Even if it meant they had to extend to kill him, even the fake of the Hunter's Fury, something that we have seen teams sort of dabble with, would have bought enough time for that flank to really garner some control here. Also, spray transfer, for a second, that did look very pretty, Pablos. For a second, I did believe. However, Griffin...
There is a world!
Exactly, they're able to make it free. Remember, the APAC 9-3 curse is a very real thing, and so for Boom, it's going to be 3 rounds on the bounce should they want to... Well, maybe they only aim for 2.
You know, Griffin purposely lose the next 3 rounds just so they can say, yeah, 9-3, boys.
Yeah, exactly. Therefore, it's doable. The ult management as well.
A tactical loss. You know?
Absolutely. So the highlight is Boom's huge ult utility plays at the start of that round to get those kills over on A. That was basic utility. They still have this huge arsenal of ults that they just haven't used, and it provides a myriad of opportunities when it comes to aggression, retakes, and maybe even just trying to zone out and force Griffin into certain positions. The fact they're not using them is kind of surprising.
Ooh. Blaze King, you don't want to lose him early. He's your controller, he's your smoker, and he's your solo C defender as well. That's free entry now for Griffin. Rolling Thunder coming in very quickly. So is Hunter's Fury. Seekers looking to keep their opponents back, and it does do the job. Overdrive coming through as well. It seems that Griffin have dealt with this perfectly. Aftershock also available to take down the lockdown. They can freely take over the site, and Suifan is finding it so difficult to find that kill. So much has been thrown into this round, but little was the outcome apart from the spike plant. Still, equal in numbers, we're looking at a 4-on-4, and all of Griffin players have moved on to the C position. Rolling Thunder, as well as the operator looking to shoot it down. It's a push. The Rolling Thunder's enabled very early, so down to the corner. Oh, that's 2 kills for winner! Oh my god! Kills for winner, and the round for Griffin!
It falls onto winner's lap, but I tell you what, he's earned that name. What a round! And here's the thing, Pavlos, it wasn't even a nasty spray transfer. That was skill, that was a flick to each head, and a masterful tap, dispatching each member of Boom one at a time. This is one very malicious chef looking to serve a dinner of vengeance. What a way to come back into this map. And for Griffin, this is not only a chance for them, they've drained every single ult on Boom as well. They've only got a Cosmic Divide to work with. That's not going to do anything when they're not accompanied by stuff.
What an epic match. To think that was the outcome after we saw, what, 5 ultimates? How many did we see? We saw Seekers, Hunter's Fury, 2 Rolling Thunders.
7 or 8 ults.
7 or 8 ults? Damn, okay. Imagine if just the sharers win here. This would just depict the state of the game, wouldn't it?
Look, I mean, Eagles versus the Hounds is thought of a better matchup, and for Boom, this is only a couple of pistols. That round was pivotal, and it's just been just collapsed.
I mean, it's good to see Griffin back on the roll, you know, but it looks so tough at the start. Seems that Flipsider has found himself a Vandal to work with. Oh, with a kill like that, it seems like things may be able to turn out in favor of the Boom side.
This kills everything.
Oh man, no way. No freaking way. Oh, okay, well, Seems that Sufat will be able to put things to a stop, at least for a little bit, but Flip Shitter, he's got a Vandal. And he's got a dream.
Can we appreciate when Conky came out of the booth and went, don't worry, it'll be a quick one?
Oh, yeah, it'll be a quick one. Yeah, Conky, thanks for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Have fun analysing that
You're
one.
a caster, mate. You know there's a thing called the caster's curse. All right. I don't mind if the games are as good as this one. Flip Shitter, he knows he's up against the two guiding lights available for Rainy. This is going to be so tough for Flip Shitter. So tough. Even if he touches it, there's a bird thrown out into his face. Oh, he goes right off them! But he's blind as a bat and can't get the second, and that means Griffin get themselves a fifth.
For a moment, the stars, they look like they were about to align, Pavlos, but it's just a hair's breadth away from being able to at least guarantee a victory in this first half, but now a draw is still on the table. Now, the one saving grace for Boom is that's it for ults over on Griffin. Unless we see a huge round from, say, Winner, who's going to be able to get Rolling Thunder, that will still have to be used spontaneously. They have a Cosmic Divide they can plan around. The one player who I want to see really step it up now is Debotal. He's had a fairly quiet start. Don't get me wrong, Blaze King kind of erupting here has mitigated the impact of that, but when a game is this close, it's every minute detail, and when it comes down to these micro-millimetric plays, you need every single player delivering. Griffin, they set their gaze to see it work last time, and that was with 8 ults being thrown their way. What will they do now with one very, very angry Flip Shitter?
Yeah, last round of the half, they want to get themselves the advantage, but Flip Shitter just says no. Not that quickly. Well, the C-Site has been taken over, the downed player. And I start to wonder what do Boom have to at their disposal. Cosmic Divide with an orb, maybe Flip Shitter can get a lockdown. How does he get that? He can't anymore. He needs a kill, therefore may put him in an aggressive position. Berserk's looking to aggress, well timed with the flashpoint. Photo wants to aggress as well. All of them in unison find themselves a pick, unless Winner can do something about this. A one-man army fully spotted, and they know of his position. We'll be taking him down, and we'll be defusing the spike as well. We're looking at a 7-5 score in favor of Boom.
This is the retake that we wanted to see. This is the retake that Boom have been alluding to all half, but every single time Griffin had found a way to stop them, apart from here. Boom, yes, they lead at 7-5, but let's be honest, Pavlos, it wasn't enough.
Well, it's time to throw it to the biker gang. Yeah, that means the desk, the leather jacket people.
Leather jacket? I don't know about that, sir.
Budget leather jacket.
Budget?
I ride a bicycle, you guys ride motorbikes. I think that's probably the way it goes from this point in time, right? But what a start, guys.
Yeah,
Seriously,
that
hey?
is seriously an insane start. I was kind of hoping for a 6-6, but 7-5 is pretty close, I have to say. And sorry about that.
Thinking about those motorbikes, man.
Take it aback. Take it aback.
Yeah, I was just really thinking about how, how it felt like. It seemed like from the beginning, it felt like Boom Esports was very, very strong, very, very dominating. But then suddenly Griffin seemed to understand what they needed to do to bring it back. And because of that, we come to a very close halftime.
I think the beginning of this round, the beginning of this map rather, for Boom was quite strong, right? They were able to get off with 3 in a row, and then there was a little bit of a taste for Griffin to see, all right, this is what a round looks like for us. We've been able to figure out what works over towards C, over towards A as well here and there, but then it kind of tails in towards them, really looking individually strong. That round where Winner came out with the 4K, absolutely ridiculous, flicking around, not even straight transfer, just pure aim duels coming out. And I mean, the round where there was 7 or 8, I can't remember, I think it was 7 ultimates thrown into the mix as well. It's really chaotic. So I will say I've been a little bit more impressed, and I think we've seen a little bit more from Griffin than I was expecting coming into all this series at the moment. But I think that's what this series needed.
Absolutely. It's been the game that everyone's been talking about for the course of the day, right? Some have been a little bit more one-sided, the kind of clear leaders in Order and obviously Alter Ego, but now as we move into this one, a little bit more unknown territory in some areas for Griffin, but this is the one that has to really step up, and I feel like on Haven, that was the map to do it. It needs to be close, and the boys that were talking about a cast a curse. I want the curse to become a good game, right? That's exactly what we need.
Yeah, really, when you think about it as well, just because Griffin, I think the reason why a lot of us are leaning toward Boom Esports is because of their very aggressive, very flashy plays, and we love seeing that. But yet, Griffin knows how to keep Boom Esports in check. And in a lot of situations, they come super close, even on rounds they don't necessarily win. Regardless, now they're going to be going to a switch. What do you guys think or expect from Griffin?
Well, I think on the flip side, we saw finally a retake work for Boom, so that's good for them. But for Griffin, they knew how to take control. They knew how to take those sites in the end. Hopefully they can convert that into containing instead of gathering.
Okay, but what about you, Conky? What do you think that Griffin can do to bring it back? Or are you thinking that Boom is just going to steamroll the whole way?
Look, I don't know. Boom have got the opportunity to do it. They've got the attacking sided specialty, but I think, look, Griffin has to take some control and take some position on the map. If they don't, it could be over quickly.
Yeah, speaking of that, over quickly or not is the question as we head on over to the second half of the map. Let's see who gets it, Griffin or Boom.
Thank you very much to our lovely analysts. The sheathed in leather. The only thing protecting Boom, though, is going to be Flipshitter. He had a very good awakening in the latter stage of that first half. For Griffin, though, 7-5 is nothing to turn your nose up at. They had a really good awakening, and it was sort of that round where Winner just woke up. From then on out, they were controlling the narrative. Boom, I would argue, we're actually lucky to be able to get a lead here.
Man, you speak volumes. Yes. This is an epic game, isn't it? I mean, we come into this and we were like, okay, this is probably the closest game of the day, and it definitely is. It definitely is. We want to see more of this. This is what reminds me of APAC Valorant, you know. A lot of action. In the midst of confusion a lot of the time, but still, a lot of action. But, ooh, look at this. Very aggressive from Griffin. Hello, fine. Gets an early one. That's a spike. They know exactly what is going on. Famous looks to trade it evenly, though. Now, concussed. Can't do a thing. Out into the open. Perfect triple there from Flipshitter and Tekpoto. And that is the round for Boom.
What's beautiful there is that is pure, unadulterated anti-strat. You saw how Boom, they stacked together, they were outside a garage, they were wary of the fact that Griffin were going to push, maybe not aware of where from. So you saw some players were over to Hay Bale, some were sort of wary of the push through C. Once they made contact though, they all stacked together and they all just traded. The Killjoy turret was placed so defensively as you saw, because they knew Griffin were going to try something aggressive. And we were doing our research on Griffin sort of before we came into this, and this isn't just a Griffin Haven strategy, this is a Griffin strategy to have a defensive side that's so aggressive, it's almost as if it's your attack.
Well, definitely the new adaptation is kind of messing with their opponents' heads. But of course, we're in the realm of a stronger buy from the Boom side after they win their pistol, obviously, but it's a standstill, very quiet one.
Yeah. What I really like, actually, is the fact that Griffin, realizing that they don't have a very good buy, have sort of gone for a bit of a stack on the C site, and no one's peeking. They've sort of accepted. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, oh well.
And it may be a good call, right? Look at the three players now looking to move in here. But the spike, I mean, yeah, that's looking to face elsewhere. Maybe expecting Griffin to push up.
Potentially here, and I tell you what, they're obliging them. There's going to be the Marshal entering as well.
Oh, okay.
This could be perfect for Griffin.
The classes can do so much in a close distance, but the dash will allow Berserks to give the info to his team. That means Tekwadil will be able to follow up. While Select tries to keep things going with the pistols, damage is inflicted. That is a 2 versus 2 trade, and now we're looking at a standstill here, as it seems that Tekwadil and Famous will be putting them to a quick grave, but that was more damaging than they would have liked.
Absolutely, and bear in mind as well, they lose a Bulldog in the process, so they not only lose a bonus, they also lose any effective weapons that would have been used in the bonus against the full buy. So for Griffin, this is now a really good position to try and pull yourself back into it. Remember, there's only a handful of rounds that separate you from Boom here. This is by all means recoverable. Fancy were able to do even more rounds on the comeback against Order, and they got decimated. So Griffin, by no means out of this. Remember, this is their map pick. They're on their home turf, so I am expecting some big things from them. However, for Boom, with Flipshitter doing so damn well, it's going to really depend on whether or not he can keep that consistency.
Well, we are seeing some weapons out from the Boom side, either way. Nevertheless, I like combining two words. Either less.
Pioneer of the English language.
Ooh! That's painful! Alright, he gets one but quickly shut down. That's a free Vandal now for Boom, and also free real estate. The A site is now theirs.
Maybe free real estate, but it's not really what Boom are after. While a plant is great, they're after making sure that Griffin don't hold on to these rifles.
I mean, they've got such a good setup. They might as well be running away with a victory here.
I want to highlight the really early Rolling Thunder that Debotal has as well. He's actually hurrying about sending it out here. This could be perfect.
Oh, this really could be perfect. It's all a matter of timing. Now, looking to move in from multiple directions, two in fact. Rainy with a guiding light trying to assist the rest of the team. While Select with the opener, quickly traded Flipshitter, putting himself on the scoreline, but it's still a 2v2 and the time is ticking and there's not much of it left. That means Boom have to forfeit this, even though they get themselves
well, Griffin need to thought that this, because even though they get themselves a lot of kills, they can't get the win.
Boomer beaten, battered and bruised. For Blades King, it may not matter. But unfortunately, unable to retrieve a primary weapon means that Boomer are going to really feel this victory in their wallet. It is definitely not Pyrrhic. However, it is still that number on the board. They hit the double digits, and now it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from bringing out your own map pick. Bear in mind, for Split as well, last time we're going to be seeing it for a good while, so let's enjoy it while we can. And for Boom, let's hope Boom toy with their food a little bit. For Griffin, it doesn't taste very nice either. So as they get ready for a bit of a defense of this C site, Boom, they seem to have fallen back on the age-old strategy of stack together, move to a site. It worked for A. Let's see if it works for C. Remember, last time they ran into a stack, they still made it work despite the casualties they sustained. This time it's an undefended site, so the retake prowess is really going to be tested now for Griffin.
I love there's small variations on the same amount of play here from Boom. I mean, we've seen this kind of push. Yeah, okay, they weren't meeting any sort of resistance in this, but you kind of saw Glauber's in a different position, a dash come through. This time around, you had kind of a dark cover towards the side. I love that they can do the same thing differently multiple occasions. This seems to be a simple one, although Y-Select is able to bring them back. A lot of pressure from the back line, but there's a crossfire here that isn't permitting entry to a single player, and Sufat has just simply come in too late. He's not causing any pressure at all, and Aldron will spot him. One kill will be granted. Rainy there to assist. This could be very doable. Recon to the feet. Oh, they're sticking the defuse, aren't they? Oh, they might be. Oh, can't get it down halfway, and they lose both players. That is Boom on top on the 11th round.
What I really like from Boom there is once they initiated that fight onto the kind of three flanking players, you saw that huge exodus of players from that C side. It was like a pilgrimage of the Hound. All of them just dive away from the spike. They focus on one angle of attack at a time, which means that when it comes to actually retaking this site and stopping that defuse, all of them can set their attention to the players who are actually on that site and tapping that bomb. Really, really smart play from Boom. And once again, that experience is really starting to show. For Griffin, look at the buy. It's a fairly limp buy. I mean, they brought something, right?
Anybody heard about the Greek economy?
A lot of pressure onto Funk here.
I'll be honest.
Very spread out here from Griffin.
I'll be honest streaming one watch party, guys.
But for
One
Boom,
game
that
on
is
the
not
watch
really the
party.
case. Full
Thank
mid-take.
you.
Straight down the line, although they've put themselves in the second gear. Even though the second gear would be one to accelerate with, it's not a very quick one.
Boom, looking to embody the phrase "drop a gear and disappear." As just two rounds away from being able to close this out for Griffin with such a limp buy. The reality is, if they aren't able to get this opening, if they aren't able to snowball with retrieved weapons, then even if they end up with a player advantage, going into retakes is going to be so difficult, particularly when you don't have an ult advantage either.
What's interesting, they haven't used much util either, right? Only just the setup from Killjoy, essentially, maybe a fault line, but that's going to come up quickly.
Credit where credit's due to Griffin. They have read this very well.
Very, very well. But not many signs of life were given. How did they do that? Okay. Two to the backside, slowly walking in. It's a dry peek, and it's not going to pay dividends. Quickly rendezvousing away, getting themselves back into safety. Sheriff by Y-Select is an optimal, but Fong is there to help out, and that's the important part. Griffin may be staying alive in this game, not allowing Boom to get themselves to the 12th, but it's still not over. 15 seconds. It's a world of an ask. It's an ask that maybe Famous can deliver. Flip Shiner is there as well. Maybe this is doable. It's done. Well, is Boom on map point.
It's laboured though, Pavlos. You've got to admit that was laboured. Sure, it works out for them. Yes, they are able to recover what was essentially a 2 versus 4, but that came at the cost of losing 3 players in a very fragmented push to the C side. You see, the second this near site hits all of them, beautiful paranoia from the Omen, and it's just the damage from Select there really stacks up. Huge round from both Famous and Flipshitter there, both of them working in unison to get that map point on your opponent's map pick as well. What a way to not only start your APAC run, but also to make a statement to everyone on your side of the bracket to watch out.
What on earth was that? Okay, well, moving into this one though. Boom may have a chance to close things out here, but Griffin do still have a buy. Fung, rendezvous away. Gets them to safety, but at the same time, no space really taken by Boom.
Safe is subjective. Are you really safe from Boom? Are you really in a good position?
those hounds will chase you in your dreams.
Also, with a Rolling Thunder, a Lockdown, and a Hunter's Fury, these are all abilities which are going to hit you from good distance away. There's the Rolling Thunder. Very early usage of the Rolling Thunder. Hunter's Fury is going to allow Berserks to get that opening. It is a fake, but look, it's worked. Every single member of Griffin now stacked up to retake this A site.
2 ultimates committed, and a very deep Berserk's position. And Griffin have not got a clue. Okay, and now they'll realise the spike will be planted.
The question now is how deep can the Astra get into the back line? If they can sort of get towards spawn, that's where things get really worrisome.
Have a look, Blazer King. Oh, that's perfect. It. And now we're looking at a 3-on-4.
Ooh,
completely blind there. Paranoid. But Boom all of a sudden now low in players, right? Lockdown enabled, getting them out of the first position. Oh, Famous. Oh, dear. Position is checked, and Winner will be coming out on top of that one, so it's all down to Flipshitter.
Luckily for Flipshitter, they're not looking to flank him, so this is still very, very
Oh,
doable.
this is tough. And it's planted for him. Nano Swarm delaying it. Oh, this could be doable. Guiding Light right after them. They're going to chase him. No, they're not. They're all going to be peeking it simultaneously, and I believe there's plenty of time to get that defuse their way down. That was close, 2 seconds away from it, but they do get the win and deny Boom from closing this map.
Remember, Pavlos, 2.5 seconds, that is eons in Valorant terms.
It is.
Boom, they are still 12-6 into the lead. Griffin, it feels like they're softening a blow rather than preventing a blow at this point. Something I'm really looking forward to seeing, though, is how they're going to be able to fare once they get proper rifles, once they're able to get abilities, once they're able to have their ults online. Now, for Boom, it's a matter of just stopping that from happening. Just push, just win. It doesn't matter anymore.
Push and win, guys.
If only it was that easy, right?
Solo queue enjoyers, you know, just push and win. That's and click heads.
Yeah, we can hope, right? For Boom, though, this is going to be a big dependency on this Cosmic Divide and potentially the Bladestorm coming out from Berserks. Look at the buy of Griffin, Guardian on Suifat. Yes, this buy is getting strong, but it's not perfect yet. Huge foray, though, from Berserks here. This could be absolutely incredible. And with that kill onto B, suddenly the whole backline tears for Griffin.
Winner was even looking at the right direction, but he couldn't have his crosshair the right position. It seems like Berserk's just too damn accurate. He can see a gun. He can see a gun, and he can smell blood. Thankfully for Fung, he's got a rendezvous. And he's able to find an alternative angle to take down Berserk's. While Select's position is checked, it's still a close endeavor, but it seems Boom have found themselves on top. But they're 2-player to contest this, and Fung is one of them, and he's darn accurate. Flipshitter finally taking him down. Bahrain's position hasn't been checked either. We're looking at a 2-on-2. Famous looking for a backstab here. Showtime thrown at him for damage, but the spike is in the middle of the seaside. Looking to push, looking to isolate them. Bahraini will fall, and all of a sudden it's Boom with the advantage. It's all down to Suifat.
One very lonely Neon and 2 members to find 30 seconds to do it as well.
Oh, he enables the overdrive, but he's completely blinded. We'll try and concuss them. Barely concusses himself, but the overdrive will not do it. Famous is there to shut him down. It's Boom to come out on top on their opponent's map pick.
It's the Boom we were expecting, a very, very strong opening. They do give a few inches here and there, but they don't allow Griffin to get established. It is the dominant start to finish, which we were expecting from Boom. The one thing now, which is going to weigh on my mind, is whether or not Boom can sort of tighten up the fragments they were showing on their defense, and whether or not they're going to be able to find the consistency to be able to do this on splits as well.
So guys, thank you for watching my live stream, guys. I hope you do enjoy my videos, guys. I'm gonna end the stream now, guys, because may gagawin pa ako, guys. So good luck, guys. Good luck, guys. Have fun. I hope you do enjoyed. Bye bye, guys. See you in my next